Hello and welcome to the Big Brain Podcast, episode 16. Right?
I forgot. But yeah, 16. Yeah, 16.
I think we're on 16.
Yeah. Oh, another
Yeah,
day.
so myself, Ronoff, aka Ben, aka Big Ben, aka
So Ronoff.
Big Bizzle, aka Ben Jism, aka
Benska.
Benska, aka Bensky, aka. And that sneaky thief over there.
Right, okay. AKA Shelving 76, as I've now been.
Shelving 76.
I don't. The story behind that, no. I can't even remember why we came up with Shelving 76.
It's just off the dome.
Yeah.
I've given you so many names before.
You have. You've given me. I don't.
I used to call you Sheldani.
Oh, yeah.
Like back in the day.
Really...
And then Sid came about. And then I started calling Sid Sidani.
Yeah, but that rings off the tongue better. It comes off the tongue bit better. Sidani.
But yeah, you had that before her.
Yes.
I was calling you Sheldani.
And I didn't like it. Sidani makes more sense. It just
Yeah.
rolls off the tongue a little bit better. It feels a little bit more organic. Yeah. And I'll tell you what was organic. We finally played Siege Cup.
Yes, we did. What an experience that was. I had a good time.
I had a good
Did
time. Yeah, I had a great time. It was really good.
Yeah, apart from when you got grilled
Right, so we're not
the
gonna.
entire time.
No. Okay, we're not gonna talk about it. Okay.
So we are. Basically, we started off the tournament against like a YouTuber, quite a big streamer,
Yeah.
Italian. And we noticed they were streaming, but let us be clear, we did not stream snipe.
No.
We do not endorse that. We are
No.
completely against that. Because that is just
Wrong.
I mean, first of all, why would you want like a handicap on a game?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you're
what I was gonna
meant
say.
to enjoy the game at like a balanced sort of experience and get the one up on them.
Exactly.
If you're just giving yourself that handicap, it's like, what is actually the point? Like, you haven't won this authentically. What's the word?
You haven't been able to play the game at its most authentic. You're not able to experience, the game at its true potential. You just feel like you're cheating your way to success. It doesn't feel it's earned.
It probably feels good to some people, I reckon. I mean, that's why you have so many cheaters. But anyway, didn't stream snipe, but we did notice they were big and whatnot. Anyway, first game, it was tough, but it was really enjoyable. It was hard getting used to, like, once you've done the usual ranked sort of format, when you've sort of like defended a site 3 times, then they defend a site again.
Oh yeah.
So you have 4 rounds of like the same team. So it's interesting. Definitely
like
interesting.
It. I like it. I like the longer round formats because I never tried the longer round formats. Although I would love it to be similar to Pro League, where it's basically 6 rounds a half. I feel like that would really test like how far you could go and who's like coming better prepared and stuff like that. I feel like 4 rounds a half, it's just not enough for me. It's just not enough. I felt like it was a close game. Keep in mind, we went into overtime actually, didn't we?
I will say
Oh,
on
no,
the
we
round stuff, it's probably best that it is just the 4 because
Really?
I mean we started at around 7. No, it wasn't 7.
It was 8 o'clock.
8. I don't think we finished till 11.
No, we didn't, because we went the whole way. We went. It was 11. It was 11.
Yeah, so I think if you do make those rounds longer, you'll be there for a good 4 hours.
But I think
4 to 5 hours.
It would make more sense if you did it on the weekend. Did it on a little bit earlier on the weekend. Then we could probably experiment with it because.
Yeah,
I can understand that a little
we
bit.
did notice in one of the games that there was people that just didn't want to play.
Oh yeah.
So unfortunately, after we lost the first one, we won't go into details why.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Oh, no.
on to the next game.
Mm-hmm.
We went against this team that would just constantly rush every round through the same door. and were just openly saying we're going to come from here,
Yep.
and they'd just given up,
Yeah.
completely given up.
It was just
So
it was just a bad experience. I was like, why are you giving up? So essentially, how it works is you have an upper bracket and a lower bracket. We went into the lower bracket, and people, their first game, people just didn't want to care. They were like, didn't want to get to third or fourth place. I was like, what's the point? Like, it didn't feel
yeah,
good.
yeah. So it's like this sense of, I mean, once you get in that lower bracket,
Mm.
I guess people just want to go. There isn't a sense of like people want to get that third or fourth place, which is fair enough. It's like
It's competitive nature. Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it's a nothing place, isn't it?
I don't know.
Second, third, fourth.
It's like, I would love to have stayed in. I think we were talking about this as well before we carry on with our little journey. Is that we could have won the game, and we could have really had a good run in the upper brackets as well. We felt like we were confident that we could have actually won the entire thing, very much, because we were playing very, very well and we were playing very coordinated.
Yeah, and even at the end, so when we completed all our games, and we were out, so we placed fourth at
Yeah.
the end of it. But when we were out completely, it was like, okay, let's tune into the people we played against in the first match. I was watching them, and no
No
flame,
shot. No
but
shot.
kind of a little flame. They weren't as good as us, and obviously that's easy to say when you're watching someone else, but it's like, from my personal point of view, as a team, our team, we're so much better than they were.
Yeah, we did play. We just made mistakes, and we were talking about it. It was so interesting to see the mistakes that we made. Like, even at the beginning to the end, some were more obvious than others. I won't go into detail because I've already been discussing that, which involves high. So we're moving on. But it was like, we looked at it and we were like, okay, with the category, we basically got put into. This is the thing I didn't understand, is that, so
Oh wait,
the tier list.
sorry, I'm not recording my Audacity. I completely forgot.
Oh, that's fine. You can just record it. Just go like that, and then we can pick it up because I can then cut your stuff in. It's fine. It's fine. I can.
Yeah.
I've got the YouTube magic with the podcast now. I
Okay.
think. So, see, it's all gonna be
That
fine.
didn't even. I don't think that picked up on the mic.
Do it again. Do it again.
Test, 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 test. There we are.
There you go, YouTube. You now see the behind the scenes of how we do it. Anyways, back to topic. Yeah. So, essentially, like, we were. Where was I on again? Oh yeah, tier list. So, this is one thing that confused me a bit because we have been in diamond. The highest diamond player we've got is this guy over here. He's been playing consistently, and the tier list was as follows. We had 2 S tiers, 2 A tiers, and we brought in one person that was a B tier. I was an S tier. Another
Explain the tier thing first, quickly.
So
people don't know.
So there's S tiers, like the best tier, A tier, then B tier, then C tier. And
but yeah, it takes account into your rank, so the rank you have in Siege, and also like a behind the scenes like
MMR.
skill level.
Yeah, so it takes both of them in together. And I thought, okay, so we're gonna have 4 S tiers because we keep getting ourselves into basically diamond rank at this point. No, I got S tier, and it was good old Ronov and Sid there that got A tier, and another guy got S tier.
I was an A tier player, and it's weird because I've actually been demoted because when this first started coming about, I was an S tier player, and you was a B tier player.
No, I was A tier.
Or A.
I was A tier.
So we had someone that was B tier.
Yes.
And yeah, I was on top of the world back then, but I've been demoted.
Yeah.
Hit rock bottom.
And I've had a very shit 2 seasons, so that's a bad thing if you've been demoted.
And I've been playing brilliantly.
Exactly.
Even in the tournament, I was top of the leaderboard every game. I was fragging out constantly.
I never felt so locked in that first game until towards the end. I definitely was like so locked in.
Yeah. The rounds were so good.
We were coming back, and then I was thinking, yeah, we could actually win this. And it took us a little bit of time because we were like, oh shit. Like,
we lost the first 2 rounds, and then we won that third round when we were attacking. And then something just sort of barked, like, we felt something. I
Yeah.
felt something in my soul. It was a good feeling. It
Mm,
was like, oh, like we're actually locked in now.
mm.
That round we done. That third round was
We
just so
demolished it.
good.
I was like, wow, that was clinical.
Mm.
This is what I like about when you play Siege at the most competitive level, because compared to ranked, in at least until we'll get onto the journey, but that first game was a pure example of Siege at its most competitive level. There is nothing like it ever. The strategy that was involved, the utility that we used, like CS and like Valorant, you could use it. Valorant is just oh god, it's gotten worse. But like in Siege, there's a nice healthy balance, and everything just clicks into place, and it's one of the most like adrenaline filling games that you get. Even when sometimes you're not doing anything, you're preparing for the execution of your plan, and then it just comes out so good.
Yeah, it's actually made me want to play like Face It and try other
Mm,
tournaments because Siege Cup is, Friday at a certain time, and then that's it for like 2 weeks.
yeah, I would love to have Go 4 back, or
Yeah.
figure out a way that they do a tournament every Sunday, because I think that would be the best time to do it. Obviously, we wouldn't be doing it today if it was the case, because side note, we're going out to play another big pitch football game. We'll talk a little bit
Yeah.
about that later, because we're not on the same team this time around. We're not on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta win.
Yeah.
I gotta win.
I'm gonna win.
No, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna
You're
win,
gonna
mate.
lose.
I
I'm gonna win.
need this win so desperately in my soul, because we
Mm.
lost. You can check out. Your second channel to check out your live vlogs that are containing the football?
Ben, by the way, Ben
Mm,
BTW.
Ben BTW.
Um, yeah, just a nice little second channel. I love just making channels. I
You
love just
do.
making
You've made 5
like
channels.
yeah. I'd Runov. I made Gabotnik. I made Ratov. I made Ben by the Way. I made this other little channel called Siege Hut. Um,
Yep.
I don't know. I just like
You like starting projects. You don't like finishing them.
yeah. Could be a bit of a little bit of a sprinkle of ADHD in there.
Could be. But we're
Um,
gonna get to the bottom of it at some point. But for now, you know, make sure this
it's
time you actually get your GoPro working.
yeah, yeah. Let's not talk about that, shall we?
No, let's not.
But yeah, other than that, Siege Cup, that was really good. Nothing else been really happening in
No,
the Siege world,
not
Siege lore.
no. It's just been us playing Siege Cup, and again. Like the second game was a bit of a whitewash. The third game was tough, and then the fourth game. This is one thing I don't like about Siege Cup is just that it's 4 maps. I don't like this idea that it's a set 4 maps. I would love for it to have like a pick and ban system in a way, perhaps, so that you can still have a lot of leniency of which ones you get to choose. But I guess it forces people to play maps if they're even not comfortable with. Because on the last one, the reason we lost was we don't know Lair at all properly,
Yeah,
and we just fell apart. But other than that, like,
yeah, but I do really enjoy Lair. I
it's a
feel
good
like
map.
we could have won that.
It's a good map. It's a good map, but we don't play it often enough. I would
Yeah,
love to
I
play it.
really do. I do feel like we could have won that.
Then I think going forward we should play more of it. So when
Yeah.
it comes up, we don't ban it. Right. So you've had some strong things. I want to go straight away to the one guy that you've had such a strong feeling about. This little fella right here.
Oh yeah.
Right, now let's be
Um.
very clear. This is in ranked, okay? This is not competitive. This is just ranked. So,
Yeah.
where
I'm
would you
gonna
play?
say B. I
Right,
think in the middle is
you
fine.
wanna put it. Okay, you know what? We'll be nice and we'll put him there for now. But I want to move him to C. I
Okay.
want to move him to C. But we're not going to go into that. You can check out the previous pod for his whole argument around Pulse. But let's start
Mm.
with arguably one of the best R breacher in the game, S tier.
Yeah, I won't argue that. He's you can play him solo. You
Oh yeah.
can yeah, he's just a really good he's got a good loadout, good gun, and again, one of the best hard breachers in terms of keeping safe when you go for a wall,
Hmm.
a mirror, a castle, hatches. It does
Shields
everything.
as well. When some people decide to play shields, like, dude, if you're not picking ace all the time as a hard breacher, what are you doing? That's
Yeah,
what I'm gonna
gets
say.
rid of util, and yeah, just good at playing safe when you're going for walls. Like you can throw them from a distance, obviously. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
big fan, big fan.
So am I. Not a big fan though of this guy. Of this girl. Just go
Uh,
straight into D tier for me. Because all she's got, let's be realistic here, in rank situation, is a gun. That's good, and the bailiff. Besides that, nothing else.
I think she is one of the better fragging operators on defense, though, which is why I'd argue she's sort of C.
See.
And again, it's it's kind of smooth brain to
Okay.
argue that an operator is good just because of the gun.
Mhm.
But I think her gun is definitely up there on one of the best guns on defense. The rate of fire on it, it's a laser. It's just anyone who can frag is just unstoppable with her.
But the thing is, I find that you can get another character that has that fragging capability while bringing more utility to the board. Just to me,
Util Smutil, who cares? No,
Schmutzel,
I just
schmutzel.
think there are things that we overlook about Alibi. Like, yeah, her gadget's pretty useless.
Yeah.
Um, it can work in certain scenarios. If you've got the elite, kind of pay to win at
Oh,
that point.
yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true.
um, I've seen people shoot the elite decoys all the time.
I've shot the
Um,
elite decoy, so that's the only. But that's again pay to win. Yeah, it's to
yeah,
pay to you actually
but
use the gadget properly.
again, she's got bailiff, which is pretty good. Anyone on defense with bailiff is good
Decent, yeah.
in my books. And also again, the gun is just brilliant, and she's a free speed as well. So just a good roamer, really.
You know what? I'm gonna concede here, and I'll be nice, but I will.
Yeah,
But again, with this one,
maybe bottom C, bottom C.
bottom C, Amaru definitely. I would say C. I would like to move her in front of Alibi. Obviously, I think situationally, it's very
Oh
good
yeah,
for Rush.
very situational.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean a
I
good
just never.
example I like to bring up, and I do apologize for cutting you off there. A good example I'd like to bring up is me and Nuspal basically have this strat now that we do on Oregon, and now it gets us kills. We've got a good couple of times, and it does create a play. Essentially, he plays the Ying. He tries to burn out all the all the catching utility, so ADSs were my magnets, whatever, and then he'll Ying me Ying, Ying me Ying. He'll
Give me
Ying. He'll send his flashes in, and then I Amaru through games window with a shotgun, and I usually get 2 kills if I play it properly, and if I don't, then well, I just die endlessly. But recently, it has been working.
It's
I
good for like a rush strat where
mm-hmm,
you all sort of coordinate to execute in like the matter of seconds. Where yeah, you do combine with like Ying, Lion, um,
mm.
Grim, and whatnot, just to catch them off guard. But yeah, she's just not great, is she? Like the
No,
gadget, it's just
it's just
yeah.
it. You know what? How would you think about improving Amaru? Because I don't know what else you can do with her.
She does the hatches thing.
Yeah,
Um,
hmm,
but it's just personally, I've never found her useful, and I think in the higher elo you get, you just can't get away with amaring up a hatch
no.
or amaring through a window.
Yeah, the
Everyone is
only
on the ball. It
I
feels like.
yeah, I don't know. Like the only thing I can see it being useful is say like in cafe, you want to get a good, like you want to get up in the building quick as possible without going on rappel, and then taking control of the skylight as quick as you can. But other than that, I do
Yeah,
agree.
like you could probably catch people off guard early in the round. Yeah, it does happen, but again, very rarely, and you
Mm,
can't do that 2 rounds in a row. If you do that the first round, you cannot do it the second round because they're just gonna have that in their mind that you might just do that again.
yeah,
So it's just so situational and
yeah,
rare that you can actually use it.
shame really because I really like using her for little things, but she's not as great as she could be. Who else is
I
great
think.
though? Go on.
Wait, I think she is good for playing vert. So if you're going to plant the bomb, you can then Amaru up the hatch,
Ah.
play above.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, you can do that. That's
But
actually not bad.
that's kind of like we're kind of in Macy J territory there.
Yeah, you're also sacrificing a bit of mobility and your gun up just to have a second where you rappel up and you're exposed.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. You
No,
just can't do that
I like the
most of the
idea.
time.
I like the idea, but it just doesn't
I'd
hit.
actually argue D. Yeah,
Okay, you know,
I'd argue
I'd
D.
argue D as well.
I've convinced myself she's
Yeah,
just
I'm
poo.
now
So
thinking about it. She's very much like if you can make a good strat with her, it's great. But besides that, she brings nothing else to the table. Nothing. Like
Aruni.
she has great side gadgets, but yeah, Aruni A tier for me. I think she
Yeah,
doesn't get picked that often because of her 3 armor.
I was sort of debating A or B because I think a DMR on any defense character is brilliant.
Exactly.
That is just yeah, it's a good way to counter attackers at long range. It
Mm.
yeah, again, it depends on the maps and the sites. Like if you're playing long range, DMR,
I
brilliant.
really like Aruni because think of it this way: she acts like a Jaeger or Mai, where you have to burn utility to get past to where you need to go, or to utilize more utility. So if you treat her like that, like she was meant to be, she can slow down the play. But at the same time, if you have someone that is like confident and has a lot of health, they can just swing in, for example, with little to no confidence. Sorry, with very much confidence. So you have to
Yeah,
pair it up with like a Malusi maybe or something else to just deter them from going in, swinging.
that's a good point because when I'm up against an Aruni
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like no one's watching the door, or I've droned it out and I know no one's watching the door, I would just walk in. You
Mm.
don't want to give them that like prompt to let them know you're there, like throwing a grenade, a flash to disable the Aruni, because then that's obviously a sound prompt. They're going to turn around. If you just walk in, they're sort of unsuspected.
Mm.
If that's the right word.
This is
I
yeah.
don't know. You
It's
catch them off guard.
you get that. You have to use it in rooms where it's more likely that if you go in there, you have to basically you're in an open zone. You're in a danger zone, as I like to call it. So you're basically you have to let's say for example top floor cafe piano. You open it all up for mirror setup. If you burn the like a Rooney gate to get into cafe piano, you're basically now oh shit I'm in a dead zone. There's no point. And it stops people from trying to push in. So maybe put it on the walls. So for example, or the doors. Yeah, she's really really good, but it depends on the site.
Yeah,
So
I think for again like chalet, fireplace window when they're trying to get the office wall,
mm,
putting it on that window is good because you can play pillar on the top of fireplace.
oh
They
yeah,
destroy the Aruni gate, destroy the aces if they throw them on, and then reactivate the Aruni. It's like it's not the best gadget, but it is good. It
it's
is
good.
good.
It's underrated, I would like to say. So I want to keep her there, but we might move her down to B tier, considering how we've talked about her a bit. Now,
Yeah.
Ash. Oh, I would say definitely A tier because the fragging capability is just unreal.
Yeah.
But I remember like I miss Iana back in the day when she had nades, a Gon 6. Like she had everything and a but yeah, Ash for me, solid A tier. I don't think we need to talk much
As
else.
an Ash player, yeah, there is not much to talk about. But as an Ash player, because I don't think a lot of people will agree with A. I think people would sort of be more B.
Mm,
Um, I would like to say these days, a lot of walls are like half reinforced. So you'll have one wall reinforced, other soft. And if you use Ash, there's so many opportunities for her to open up a wall completely.
mm.
She's like as good as a hard breacher in
Yeah.
some ways.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, get rid of util shields, mirrors as well.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I think she's pretty good. Free
Y-
speed as well, and yeah, I don't think I expressed my point well enough on the wall part of it. But there are just a lot of walls that are left soft
yes.
because they're used as like head holes or feet holes.
Yeah.
So I feel like soft breaches these days just in general are good.
Yeah, they're definitely really good. So she's not just a girl with a gun. She is one of the best in the game when it comes to entry fragging potential. Zami, arguably one of the best in the game, in my opinion, full
Yeah,
stop. You can
even with her
literally,
nerfs.
even with the nerfs, you can literally mold sight to however you want it. And there are a lot of maps where Azami you can just bring in and just fits so well. So well. I love playing Azami. She's been my main now for a little while and just getting slightly creative. Like I use her in Nighthaven, holding top of garage. I use her in Chalet. Not Chalet. Yeah, no, not Chalet because I have
That's the
operate.
thing. You say creative. She is an operator that you can be creative with, and they're always the best operators as well.
Yeah,
Just experiment and whatnot, create new angles and whatnot. I like. It's a
I
thumbs
like
up
that as
from
well.
me.
I like that as well. I just love how creative she is as a character. But going back to it, like again, you got to use a full mag from your AR to shoot it down. That's again bullets wasted.
It's a lot of bullets as
It's a
well.
lot of bullets, which is where DMRs become more likely. But not a lot of characters, not a lot of players in ranked play DMR, and even with
They are underrated, but yeah, they're not
not
played that
used
much.
often. So Azami still one of the best. I wouldn't consider her the best. I have my very best towards the end, but Bandito, I would put him in B tier.
Uh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say so. He's just mid,
it's
really.
mid. Yeah,
He's got a good gun. I like to play it Iron Sight suppressor.
same.
I just feel like it's a little pea shooter. It's brilliant.
It's nice.
Um, he is just needed on some maps, and it all depends on if they're bringing a Thatcher or not, as well.
So Bandit Tricking is actually a mechanic, so that's true.
Yeah,
But
like he has a whole mechanic about him.
I do prefer the other electric operator, but we'll get onto him in a bit. And don't
Yeah,
worry,
this is the thing. Yeah, go on.
don't worry, just don't worry about it. Okay,
I'm worrying.
okay. The best character in the game. Full stop. He is the best.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
seriously. Right. Let me put it to you this way. He has a shield. He has an AR with that shield. He
Yeah, I know
can.
what he brings to the table. I just don't want to give that shitty character the throne of being the best
I'm
player,
sorry, but
the best operator in the
we
game.
have to be completely objectively honest here.
I don't want to give him that throne. I don't want to give him the spotlight.
If you're not banning Blackbeard, you have to play him. Legitimately speaking, that's what I've just started to realize. If you're not banning him, you have to play him. He's just, you know what's funny, right? He came into the game one of the strongest characters in the game because he literally destroyed the one-shot headshot mechanic with his shield. Then it got nerfed to the ground and they brought no utility. Now he's arguably the best character again because he brings a fair amount of utility. He's the only shield operator with nades, by the way, like frag grenades. So he can actually destroy pieces of utility from the safety of his shield, or flush people out and then shoot the people behind the safety of his shield.
You
I
can have it up on window repels as well.
I'm gonna put him
Wait, can you?
yeah. You can. He has his
Yeah,
shield like
I just don't know if
collapsed
I've tried it.
slightly, but it still covers his face.
Yeah, yeah, no, he's good. He's good. I just kills me to put him up there.
I'm sorry, but we have to put him up there.
So frustrating. But
Yes.
he does have counters. He does have
He
counters.
does, but we get more frustrated because of the firepower he brings.
I actually found a counter to him yesterday,
Oh yeah.
which I never knew. When you're getting burnt, you can't shoot or you can't aim.
Oh.
It was really odd because I was trying to aim down sights to kill someone, but I was getting burnt. So like he
Ooh.
kind of just like I
So
don't know what he done.
fires could be a good advantage. We
I might actually just be waffling to be fair. I think I was quite drunk, but I'm
okay.
pretty sure that's a counter. I'll have
Okay.
to test that.
Blitz, I would actually consider A tier. I'm gonna be quite honest in the camp here. I would put him obviously for now between Aruni and Ash. He is a 2-speed shield character, and using him a few times, soloing myself on my alt account, and also with some of the games that we play where I accidentally picked Blitz, he's really good. He's really good. Now, this is after the shield nerf. So before the shield nerf, I would put him still A tier, but Monty or other people would be, like, for example, Monty would be higher. But I think he's better than Monty now because of the shield nerfs. He has the utility to basically close that gap and make it your life difficult on the other end. He's not as good as Blackbeard, but he is so good.
Yeah, I think if it was me personally, I'd put him B,
Ooh,
near to the top of
you
B.
know what? I've given you the leeway. I'm going to stick my foot for this one. I want him in A tier.
I'll allow it. I'll
Thank you.
allow it.
But I think we can both agree. Brava, for the time being, I have to just put her in B tier. And I just
Yeah,
put her
like
in the
she's
middle of
not
the row.
bad. It's not bad at all. Like the power, it's okay. It's a bit slow for me
Mm.
personally. Um, and yeah, her gadget is. I love her gadget, but it's just a bit.
Situational.
Yeah,
'Cause-
like it all depends on their lineup. All
exactly.
depends. Like you don't want to pick Brava if they've just gone a Rooney, or if they've just gone Valk. Like
Rooney's
you don't
not.
want to just
Not
like at that point, you may as well just go Dockerby
that's
and
true.
hope and just kill Roma.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Brava's just if they've got multiple gadgets that you could hack, then definitely
I'd
good.
say one of my favorite gadgets that you could probably go around and like hack if you get the opportunity is like Jaeger ADSs, Wamai magnets. Obviously, the obvious
Maestro
ones,
cams.
Maestro cams, but you can get that with Dokkaebi. Cap cans obviously is the favorite for a lot of people, but I find like with catch utility, you can then use that to your advantage and just throw your utility. And if say they want to throw their utility, oh no, it's been caught, which has happened a few times. So I actually kind of like the
The
utility
only
aspect.
the only functionality she has over Dockerby in terms of cameras is obviously you can then use those cameras. So like echoes you can use, maestros you can use, but
Yeah,
with Dockerby you can't use those like
and
extra abilities.
and also you can silently take them away. So people may go, oh, like they may keep a note of, whereas people will know that you've been hacked because of the Dokkaebi icon. Whereas with Brava, if you know what you're doing, some people don't always check their cameras and they don't realize it's been hacked, and it's quite subtle compared to like Dokkaebi's where people will know they've been hacked, so they'll start destroying their own cameras. You could throw people off. So situational, but good.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. He's not going to go there. He's going to go. Ooh, actually,
Yeah.
where would
I'd
we?
say yes.
Yeah, but
I'd say yes.
where would we put him in the S tier for now? Do you think?
Oh,
Oh, because I think he's better. I definitely think he's better than Ace. But do you think he's more valuable than his army or not?
no. I think when he had his hard breach, he was definitely up there because he was a player you could just play by yourself.
Yeah,
Soft breach and a hard breach was just insane combo.
that was such a stupid combination.
And it
So
was he
stupid.
had that for so long as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like that was something like remember this guy had nades, and then he got taken away for a claymore, and then he
Yeah.
got hard breach gadget, and I was just like, okay, there's no point bringing the stun sometimes because you can do soft breach and hard breach. Like Border was a good example. We just brought a buck and like someone with impact DMPs, and there you go. You have soft and hard breach literally on the same exact character.
So in terms of comparing Buck to Ash and why Buck is above Ash,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing Ash has on Buck is obviously the speed.
Mm.
Is wait, what speed is Buck? Is he two? He's
Two.
two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the speed and range, like Ash can go range, destroy mirrors and walls at a really far range. But the thing is, Buck, he's got more than two pellets to destroy walls,
Yeah.
floors, and whatnot. So I think he's definitely got a one up on Ash there. Um,
Mm.
just better for hatches, better for vert. He's got flashes as well, which is always a plus on any operator.
Mm.
Um, do enjoy flash. What else?
He's just got, he's very capable. Like he can do vertical above and below at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. So again, one up on Sledged there. Um,
And he's got a great
yeah,
gun. Like,
and he's got a good gun. Hollow A. Oh
oh,
yeah.
oh, it's just a good gun. I think he's
I
just a
don't know.
great character.
maybe I'm kind of thinking below Ace.
Ooh. I mean, Ace.
Yeah, like I don't play Ace, and I play more Buck, but I can just see more use out of Ace personally.
I mean,
I don't
yeah.
know. What do you think?
I so my stance is that Ace is always going to be crucial for a lot of the sites that we're going to take.
Yeah,
Buck is just a great character overall that you can bring into any situation. Um, so I'm gonna keep. I think I'd probably put Buck as a little bit more priority because he can be brought into more lineups compared to say Ace.
yeah. It's
Cause
hard to rank them because for me, a Buck is definitely better than Ace because I won't play Ace.
mm,
I like playing Buck as like a fragger, but I also will bring something to the table, like more than Ash with Buck because I can open up a lot more or a lot more angles. Playing vert again down below,
yeah, yeah,
horizontal as well, different walls. Like I said, a lot of walls are left soft these days as
mm,
well. So yeah, you're bringing something to the table, um, and he's just a good fragger as well.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
just
just
think
don't
he's good.
know in terms of on a solo level, Buck is brilliant.
Yeah, I just think yeah, Buck is just great solo and team wise. Now,
Yeah,
my boy Capital, I do love this guy. He's one of the more creative operators.
yeah, he's definitely on the level of like Brava.
Brava.
He's like
I
he
would put
brings a
him.
lot. He does bring yeah, he's better than Brava for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, it brings the fires to clear off areas.
smoke.
Good for post plants as well.
I
Smokes
think he
as
also has a
well.
Gon 6 as well.
Yeah, I don't play
Oh,
him, so I don't know.
I
But
play him, but I usually bring a pistol for backup because we usually have a lot of clearing. The meta how it is at the moment, you don't need to clear as much utility. So for me, he's not as useful as he used to be, but I still like his stuff, his utility. I think it's underrated as all hell. So I
yeah,
would keep put him
he's
at like
good.
the top B tier. Yeah.
Good for a team take. Good for a team take.
Mm. Castle, I want to put him in A tier. There's his kit is just so good. And for certain sites, you can really block lines of sight, especially on like the maps that are used in Pro League. So for Bank, top floor, brilliant. Another example that comes to mind is we sometimes use him in Cafe himself to block off windows. I'm trying to think of another castle. Clubhouse, bedroom and gym. Like for me, he the only downside is the UMP. While it's a pea shooter, it has a very low fire rate, so you have to be always aiming for the head. But he has a shotgun, he has a shotgun and a submachine gun. So shotgun, pocket shotgun, proxy alarms, can do castle barricades. He's just great for site setup, in my opinion. He always has
Yeah,
use,
and I haven't really played much of Castle until last night actually.
and you realise
And
how good he is.
yeah, because I mean, I played him on Villa
mm,
and castled off bedroom door,
yeah.
bathroom door, and I held backside whilst we were like the rest of the team holding Aviator.
Mm.
Obviously, backside's a common take there. Yeah, it's just brilliant for like blocking off that bedroom, bathroom. I've got the shotgun then to create head holes, um, destroy hatches, and rotates as well. He is a good op. I don't know about.
If you want to compromise, if I'm going to compromise, I can put him at the lowest of A tier.
You know what? No, he's above a Rooney.
Oh, yes, I can bet.
He brings more than a Rooney, I'd say.
Yeah,
Just think, he's got four of those
he's
bad
got four
boys.
of those fucking window blockers or whatever I'll call them.
Rooney's got three, and plus all you need to do is throw like a flash at the thing to destroy it. Castles you actually need to hit or
Takes a
like
long time.
sledge, ash, soft,
There's
any sort of explosive projectile or
one
anything
great
like that.
example is it takes 9 melee hits to break it, or you use obviously a sledgehammer or whatever. One of the best plays I saw was in the Six Invitational Finals where Shaiko used like he was counting how many like melee hits were happening on the barricade, and as soon as he saw the night, like he heard that there was a ninth one coming, he prepped, sprinted through it, and got a double kill on two people unsuspectingly. It's just a smart thing. You can
But yeah,
prep around it as well. I love Castle. Don't like her though. Just don't.
uh,
No, no.
yeah, we spoke about this last episode. Cav is okay in certain elos.
Yeah. After that,
Um,
no.
I like to play Cav. This is the thing. I do like to play Cav because when I do play Cav,
You get
the
lucky.
very I don't think it's luck. I think it's just skill. I
Oh!
think it's knowing how to play as a roamer.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I mean, that is right. I mean, you need to know how to play as a roamer, right?
I agree,
You need
but
to know when to cool off, when to fall back a little bit, when to push, and just sort of over and over again repeat that because you're wasting their time. That as a roamer is your primary role, wasting time. And if they know there's a cav on board, they're gonna spend time to try and look for you. And if they don't, then that gives you an advantage to catch them off guard.
I just think for her, she has very weak guns, except her pistol, but you got to get fairly up close with the pistol.
Yeah,
Again,
I don't mind leaving a D. I just think she's a little bit underrated in a way, and that's weird to say for Cav because she's been in the game for so long. But I
mm,
just feel like she's not. I don't know. I like her.
okay. Now, Clash, I'm a bit interested. I would like to say she's definitely B tier, and there is a supposed rework because it has been teased through Ubisoft a little bit. They accidentally showed, like, during the Dual Front trailer, a showcase of Clash's Shield rework, so we don't
Yeah,
know
and she wasn't
much
available in
in the
the
Dual Front.
beta.
Yeah, so we are going to see her being reworked most likely, but you know,
She had a new face
yeah, she's
in the
got a new face
store,
exactly. So we don't know for
which was
now.
odd.
What we do have, she's she's arguably really good if you know how to use her. That's if
Yeah,
you know how to use her, because I think she has a lot of use. But for
she's
me,
very good when the other team doesn't know how to deal with her.
yes, because I was about to say I used a Capital. There was a time where I was in tunnels in Clubhouse. She was trying to block me off, so I fired behind her and fired in front of me. She just burned to death. So, you know,
Torture. That's
I
what you like.
I tortured her, and then the shield break mechanic was doing, and I shot her legs, and she died.
Yeah, I think with the shield break mechanic as well, not as good
Yeah,
as she used to be. But yeah, she can be annoying to deal with. She
very.
forces you to play operators you might have not played that round. Um, it
I,
just takes a little bit of coordination
yeah,
with the team, and she can be an easy kill because usually these Clash players get a bit like in your face sort of thing,
I
and you can use that
respect
to
the
your
Clash
advantage.
players that know how to play her properly. I give them massive props because you're annoying bloody players, and I'll
When you've
say,
got a good Clash player, it's really difficult to deal with.
mm,
But a lot of them do get a little bit overly aggressive,
I agree.
start pushing you because they're like, "Oh look, I'm bulletproof. I'm in your face." But then it's like, "Yeah, I'll just hit the shields then," or have a team sort of pinch, have a
Yeah,
team member pinch you. So
that's true actually.
depends on the team, on the elo, on the player.
I
Um,
definitely think she's good, but just depends. You have to really get to know how to play her. But now I want to play her when she gets most likely reworked for the next season, and I'm looking forward to what she could potentially be.
yeah, I'm happy with Zone B.
Yeah, same. Deimos though, I would put him in front of Buck in my opinion.
Would ya?
Yes, I've been playing him a lot, and the guy is fucking insane. This is why I keep telling you, considering your role, you need to start playing this character more than me. Because let me put it to you this way: you may say the gun is shit. It's okay. Like the AK is a decent gun. The revolver is an absolute beast of a weapon. You have nades, and if you start scanning people, you literally have intel. Your main priority is you're going out for kills, and you have a massive advantage because you know where they're playing. I've gotten kills from below, above. I've even gotten people that I've scanned that are right next to me, and I got complete wall hacks, so I know I can take the gunfight. My apologies. My apologies.
No worries. I've been talking in the meantime. Feel free to cut all that out because it was just me waffling.
That's fine.
So
Just for context, my mum's just bought a new lawnmower because the bar on the old one broke, and she's like, "Oh, I can't seem to get this working." I was like, "Oh, you got to do this and you got to do this, and it's all fixed now. Anyways,
Oh, brilliant. Handyman Shelving 76. What I was just saying
go on.
is we should probably wrap this up because we are running low on the old time now.
Oh, sugar, yeah. We can.
Yeah.
What I can do? Shall we continue this on another time, or shall we?
We might actually just create a separate video.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking as
Yeah.
well. Let's create a separate video for this. As for the pod, how are we gonna do it? Should we do like a smaller, like half an hour episode, just like on another day, and we can just shoot out?
I mean, we can still have all this.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they won't mind. A half-done tier list. They'll love that, I think.
Yeah, and then you can watch.
I was just saying, like, apologies for this episode. It's hard to find topics to talk about. When nothing is happening, no updates in terms of patch notes, esports, whatever.
Nothing.
So I was saying as well, I've not said anything or sort of planned anything yet, but I think we should do I think we should spice up the pod.
Okay.
I think season 2.
Oh.
Horizon.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I like the sound of where this is going. We'll discuss this more in the background, but I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I think we've got ideas to refine this pod,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, I do. I just want to. I think this first few episodes, what are we on? 15?
16.
15?
we think
16.
16, yeah.
We might actually be on 15. I don't know.
Technically, we're on. You know what? Hold on, people. We got this.
Can you imagine when we get to 100, we're going to have no idea what episode?
Yeah, we're just going to be like,
it
it's
is.
100. Wait, what?
We'll just say it's 100 every episode.
Yeah. We are on 16. We're on 16.
Okay, cool. Yeah, in these first 16 episodes, I feel like it's been a good little experimenting period. This is our first pod. It's not obviously been the best pod you've watched in terms of quality.
But we've enjoyed doing it.
We've enjoyed doing it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching, listening. And yeah, I think we should have a little revamp.
Okay.
And, going to each episode with things we can talk about.
Yeah.
Rather than us just trying
to
to fill the air,
Yeah, because I felt that way. We try and cover mainly news topics, which is good and all, but there's only so much that you can cover at the moment. And we feel like we're at our best when we're doing other stuff and talking about other stuff, in my opinion. So, hot takes, stuff like that. So, we're going to have to just...
I think, right, this is all being planned right now on air. I think this is the last episode ever.
Oh.
No,
what?
I'm joking.
I was going to say...
This is the last episode of season 1. I'd say the next episode is going to be the revamp.
Yeah.
So,
I like that idea.
Apologies if after this episode there's like a week or 2 break. Okay? Because I think we need some time to refine things and just figure out what the bloody hell we're doing.
Yeah, I wanna have a nice idea, because there's a lot of changes happening behind the scenes.
It's like we want to talk about personal stuff,
Yeah, we do, but we don't want to detract from this, what we've built.
Yeah, it's like we like Siege, but again,
personal stuff.
Even with a revamp, like what we're gonna do with Siege every week, it's not gonna be. We can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not feasible. But I think we should still stay Siege, but we're gonna have to sort of
mix it up.
do something else.
Okay.
Yeah, mix it up.
We'll have a talk about that in the background. But again, the final episode of season 1 of the Big Brain Podcast.
Yeah, just decided right here, right now. It just shows how organised we are. But yeah, I want to just take a step back from this so that we can actually deliver a really good episode to you guys. Because I think an episode like this today, I've had fun doing it, and I'm sure Sheldon has as well.
Yeah.
But
it's just not
in
the same.
terms of content for you guys, it's like it's not really on.
Yeah,
it's not on. It's shit.
That's the nicest.
And I'm
way to
sorry. I apologise.
Yeah, I apologise as well. I feel like we are capable of doing more for you guys, and we need to just change things up, and that's where a revamp is going to need to happen. I definitely agree. It's just a matter of when it comes back, it's going to be big. It's going to be something that we can say consistently going, this is our style of work that we're proud of. Because
we do just wing it every week.
Yeah, we've been winning it now for the last like 10 episodes. Because again, it gets to the point where I think you've noticed in the episodes going up, God, we're now getting good amount of content from this. It's just there's not been much Siege related stuff, which is what we wanted to base the podcast around. And we want to do like stuff like tier lists and stuff like that, but we don't want to deviate from what we were originally going to do. But now we just don't know what to do. So yeah, we'll be coming back, but we'll be having a better plan. I think this has just been a great learning experience. It's not like this is the end. No. Again.
Yeah, we're talking like this is the end. It's over. But no, I'm excited.
I'm so excited now because now
this has been on my mind for the past few episodes. Like we need to sort of mix it up a little bit because again, not to keep repeating myself, but we do struggle to talk about Siege constantly.
Yeah, I have noticed that as well. But I'm like, I'm dedicated to the grind.
So, yeah, if we miss a couple of weeks, we're not dead.
No,
we're alive, but we're cooking.
We're cooking something nice, like a nice juicy.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'd take too long.
No, this would probably take like 2 weeks max. I think probably a 2-week break, and then on the 3rd week we'll have an episode out of season 2.
There we are.
There we go. All right. I guess we'll have to end it here. Thank you guys
for podcasts. Sorry. Carry on.
I was going to say thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.
Sorry, you're a dick. Go. You do it.
Thank you, guys, for tuning in. It's been a delight. I've enjoyed this episode. Shelving76, have you?
I've always enjoyed these episodes. Always.
Brilliant. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. When we come to you, come on you with something amazing.
Right. Okay. Great. Yep.
In the meantime, check out our YouTube channels as we are still uploading content there as well.
Yes. We're always going to be uploading there. My schedule is once a week. His is about twice a week. I don't know.
I'm changing it now.
Oh, okay. Cool. I've ruined his schedule now. But yes, check us out on our YouTube channels. And we'll always still be active there. But we will be back soon for season 2.
Bye.
Right. Okay. Bye.